All right, JR.
Hi,
How are
Tyler.
you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm also doing good. I wanted to share with my viewers this new visa. So if you aren't married yet, but you want to stay in the Philippines, then you could be looking at this one because this new visa is for anybody who's under 50 years old or even over who has some money and wants to invest in the FIV visa.
Correct, yes. So this visa is actually relatively new. It's been spearheaded with the Freeport of Bataan, and that's what you mentioned, FIV. And some of the people right now are talking like fast track investors visa, which is literally not the meaning of that, because it stands for Freeport of Bataan investors visa. That's what it stands for. It's not a fast track, although it's processed faster, but it's Freeport of Bataan investors visa.
What's the time that it would usually take to process that one?
Good question. 1 week.
1 week.
Oh.
So maybe people call it that for a reason.
Where's your spousal visa now? 1 month, 2 months? Approval?
Wow, long time compared.
Yeah, this is one of the advantage of this visa because it can be processed faster. The downside is there's a minimum of investment that will be needed for you to be qualified for this visa. Minimum of $75,000 that should be invested within the enterprise or outside the enterprise as long as affiliated with the Freeport of Bataan economic zone. So investors visa is a special visa being spearheaded with the economic zone, which is Freeport of Bataan or Freeport area of Bataan to be specific. Now there is a specific minimum investment which is $75,000, which can be invested for the enterprise or the companies within the economic zone or affiliated companies outside the economic zones. Right now, they are still within the vicinity of the area. There's not yet available across the Philippines. But when you take a look at it, as what you have mentioned earlier, for those people who wanted really to invest in the Philippines and also planning to have their permanent residency in the Philippines while also bringing their family here in the Philippines, this could be one of your easier options to get the visa, because other visas might be processing like 45 to 60 days, 4 to 6 months. It depends. If these people right now are taking a look at the Philippines as their second home and they wanted to make sure that they have this permanent residency, this is a much more faster route.
Yeah, so it's even good for if you're having a family and you
Correct.
want to reside in the Philippines. But clear up the part with my viewers about how some people are speculating about citizenship.
Okay, I have arranged a meeting with them and I have verified that because actually it rings a bell for me as well. Because, okay, if the Philippines will be opening that citizenship to foreigners right now, what will happen to the Filipinos? We have enough people to cultivate and run the country. So they specifically know and they confirm that citizenship is not an option for this investment. So it is a permanent residency, not a citizenship.
Right, and the benefit of having this visa is you don't have to deal with renewing the visa every single 2 months.
Yes.
And you have the perks or the advantages of opening a business and many other things.
Correct. And one of the common questions that I bumped into, like, hey JR, how much is the cost of the application? It will run between $200 to $400 for the application process, not more than that. Those are the fees that you need to pay for the government offices, for the PAB, and also for the Bureau of Immigration. Because the process will go this way. Put an investment, select which investment options are you taking into, then that particular enterprise or affiliated companies with the Freeport of Bataan Economic Office, then it will be endorsed on that office. Then after that, that particular office that is spearheading this special visa will now endorse the approval of the visa application. So 1, 2, 3. But when everything is correct, this particular processing can be done within a week.
Quick 3-step process.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is fast in a way, but shouldn't be referred to as the fast track process. And with JRC, if people want to contact you, then you can also help them with this visa, right?
Yeah, definitely. I know that this visa is not also for everyone, but this will be for people who actually value their time the most.
Yeah, and they really want to get into the Philippines, maybe open a business and stay on an island where it would be hard to renew your visas or kind of a hassle and inconvenience to keep doing that every 1 to 2 month renewal. So it's really a benefit to those viewers who have a lot of money and who have plans for residing in the Philippines. And it's great because, like we mentioned, if you have a family, then it can pass on that residency, right?
Yes.
To your children and spouse. So that way you're not having to do the process of visas with every single person in that family that wants to reside in the Philippines. And one thing that I can also say is, if you don't want to focus on this visa, maybe because the price of entry, the cost barrier is too high, there are other visas available for you. If you are above 50, and there's a retirement visa available for you, and
Correct.
it's a lot cheaper. And also with the other visas, if you're planning to get married, there's the 13A spousal visa, and JRC, their consultancy company, can help you with all of those visas. They're not just focused on this one new visa, but every single visa and all the processes here in the Philippines.
Yes, that's true. So it's a good thing that you've mentioned with the retirement visa and also the spousal visa, because mind you, there's still a lot of visa options in the Philippines. It's just for your viewers to really explore and know their plans so that they can actually tailor fit what visa will best suit for their needs. That's the thing. And it's also very important to really know and go back to your plans, because that is where you give value of what you're doing right now. Yeah, we're doing our best every day, and every day is a learning day. And when I actually talked to you earlier, we have also talked about the real estate side. So by the way, guys, we're launching back our real estate consulting. So we will be actually helping you out how to navigate things in the Philippines, what paperwork do you need to see when you're planning to buy property here, if you're married to a Filipino or you're buying a condo, because it will actually help you a lot, open your minds really what are the requirements on the ground. Because I know YouTube offers a lot of information. Maybe true, maybe not, but at the end of the day, that is one thing that we would like to assure you. Everything that we are actually do, we have done that for several years already, and we wanted to guide you on that aspect. So the visa side is already been taken care of. We are now actually exploring for those people who wanted to acquire properties here. Let us know, and we'll do our best to help you on that aspect.
Yeah, there's a lot of real estate and opportunities here, and having a company like JRC is really beneficial to guide you even in that real estate aspect too, because as a foreigner, the processes are going to be different than a Filipino. So having a company like JRC can just smooth that whole process over. You'll be able to find that place that you want to purchase, have a condominium on the beach or somewhere like Lapu-Lapu, Cebu City, or even in Manila. There's so many different things and options you can choose from.
Sure.
And working with JRC, then definitely it's going to be an easy process. Visas, real estate, and even more to come.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll be doing our best really to guide you, especially the way we do things here is different. The system that we're actually following right now, especially in the culture side, is way too different from yours.
And there's different policies, right? Because it's not just like you can come here and do everything the same way that a Filipino would, because you have different visas, different kind of requirements. Especially if you're going to be buying something like real estate, that's a lot of money. So you don't want to be spending like 100,000 on a condo in BGC and not having the right paperwork in order.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky if you can actually buy $100,000 condo in BGC, because I heard BGC is very expensive now. But there are actually a lot of options along the way. We just need to talk. We just need to know your plans so that we can actually take it from there.
What do you think average BGC studio would go for?
It depends on the size, but it would actually go for $4,000 to $5,000 per square meter.
Wow, so 100,000 would be a good deal. Wow.
It's more on the understanding. If you buy, as a foreigner, if you buy a property for the condominium unit, what you are secured of is your security.
Security of knowing that you actually own something. Yeah.
And also within that vicinity, because the building is well secured.
Right, they have, usually in the Philippines, security guards, really a lot of advantages and different factors, so keep that in mind.
True. That is something that we can actually do in the next video.
Yeah, that would be an interesting topic.
We'll be talking next time for real estate then.
Yeah, next time focusing on real estate, and some of my viewers who have already messaged me who want to buy a condominium or who are interested in these different areas. I know a lot of people want to kind of have the pros and cons of where they should live. Should they live in Lapu-Lapu or Cebu City? And what are the current prices, what are the processes, the required documents, what is the eligibility of being a foreigner and wanting to buy this real estate in the Philippines. So it's really important, and I'm glad that we were able to make this video clarifying everything, and in the next video we will definitely go over some more things. So
yeah, definitely. So we'll be seeing you in our next video then.
Yeah, alright. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you then.